air conditioning turns off every time. You have to turn it back on. Like a normal car, you'd set the AC, when you turn it back on, the AC's back on, right? But this wants to conserve energy. Then there's a little computer printout over here. I don't know if you can see, but it shows you your battery.
Oh yeah.
Then you can flip through all kinds of stuff in the computer there.
Now this isn't your original Tesla. This is your replacement, or?
Well, no, it's the same one. They had some body damage on the front that they had to fix. So I had to ship it off and get it repaired, and now it's the same one back. Promised to me as good as new. And so all you hear is like the wind. You hear the wheels rolling. You hear like the road a little bit, you know, but.
It's actually kind of like an amusement park ride.
It really feels way more like it. I mean, driving it that way too, like you hit the gas, or there's not even the gas, it's technically the accelerator, and it's just so instantaneous, right? There's no wind up like on a gas engine where you have to, you know, you feel that, and then you get your full power.
Yeah.
And this is just unloaded. So we'll run out to.
Okay, so here's the logical dumb question that I'm sure everybody asks. So. You charge it like you would charge your iPod?
Kind of. It looks like there's a gas port on it, like a gas tank, but actually it's not a gas tank. It's you open it and there's a big plug there. And I've got a thing in the back of the car that would plug that into any wall socket. But that would take, you know, if you, and you keep in mind, you don't always drive, you know, just like your car, you don't drive it down to an empty tank of gas. You know, you don't always have to charge it up all the way. So if you've just been driving around a little, that might be fine. If you were empty, it would take like 20 or 30 hours to charge the car. So that wouldn't really work practically.
So you're continually topping off.
Well, no. At my house, the place I normally charge it, I have a special plug installed that effectively is like 3 220-volt dryer plugs switched together, and so it's got 90 amps coming into this one circuit. And then that has like this special box that goes into, and then a hose coming out that looks like a gas hose, but at the end is actually the plug to just go in the car. And that will charge it in about 3 hours. So all I do is I drive it as much as I want, then I take it home and I plug it in at night, and I forget about it.
And how long do you go in one charge?
So technically, you actually can charge for distance. You know, depending on like any battery, if you charge it for distance, that doesn't actually charge it for optimal battery life. So on normal charging settings, this says it'll get about 180 miles on a charge, and that's if you drive like a normal person. Mm-hmm. If you drive it a little more aggressively like a sports car, you really kind of cut that in half. Now, you can charge it for extended range mode, which gets you, they estimate 240 miles on a charge, but that's going to reduce your battery life over time. So since I never drive that far anyway, I just leave it on normal mode and charge it up, and I drive, you know, 50 miles a day or 60 miles a day, and I've always got tons of, you know, plenty of room.
But so if I wanted to drive this back to Arizona,
you could.
I couldn't unless I stopped after like 150 miles and plugged it in somewhere.
And waited hours. I mean, it would just, so they're working on solutions for that, both rapid charge solutions, very high powered things that at least might cut your charge to like 45 minutes. And then the other thing, the Model S, which is their 4-door sedan, which I've already put my pre-order on. That'll be here in 2011. The Model S has a removable battery, and they haven't like completely worked out all the logistics yet, but the idea behind it is that you could pull up to a gas station and swap out your battery the same way you might swap out a propane tank. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Pull up and they pop the battery out, pop you in a new one. You don't